30 seconds from now, they will see.
Hi, everybody. Let's fix our hair. Make it look all nice. Fix the beard. Fix the beard. This is live, you know that.
Yeah, it's fine. You know,
okay.
I just want to look good for the next hour.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
How's it going?
I'm doing great.
I'm doing well as well.
What's the show called?
I believe this is called Reverse.
The
Verse, right?
That was terrible.
Perhaps.
I can't see chat.
Okay,
Right.
so let's get the chat pulled up the way that we like it.
So before we go into it, Ben's not here.
What?
Alexis is not here.
What?
Disco Lando's not here.
What?
Toast is here.
You know, you guys want to know where they
Thomas
are?
Hennessy's here.
No. I don't really.
They are at our
Star
lovely
Wars.
Star Wars
Like
celebration.
sometimes.
Look how happy they are. I forgot my hat in my car, so that's why it's not on.
It's true. You got a new hat that we will be revealing soon.
Yes.
Ish.
I like the new hat.
I do too. I think they're really cool.
I also think we're running out of content of hats. Or my hat collection is what we start with.
What do you mean? Oh, that's like your thing every week. You have a new hat.
I didn't think so.
Oh, well, I like your Pokemon hat.
That hat is pretty awesome. Thank you, whoever sent that to
James doesn't wear a hat. Is he still James?
me. Nope. How's everyone in the office this week? We're good. We have a surprise guest later, which we're pretty. Well,
We have several
very
surprise
special
guests.
guests.
But there's a very, very surprise guest who I am super stoked about. In
Who's
fact,
excited?
I've been giddy all morning since I saw
He has.
this person.
He really has.
I missed this person greatly.
Hint, hint, hint. Okay, so I
It's Mark Hamill.
I buried.
He came up here from celebration.
He went to
after the live
celebration
stream.
and immediately drove over here because he figured,
Why not? They got nothing to do, but they need some help. Yeah, he's a fan.
yeah.
Oh.
He's a backer.
That's
No, I don't
funny.
think- yeah, he might
You
be, I
guys
don't know.
are funny.
Okay. Could be. You never know.
Do we actually want to talk about the Star Wars trailer? Because that's all anyone's
What,
been talking
Yes.
what trailer? There's a new Star Wars trailer?
about. Yeah.
What?
For what? When? There's a new Star Wars movie?
3 of them.
Oh, I hope they're like prequels. Prequel to the prequel.
Dude, that'd be
Jake-
so terrible.
The Jake Lloyd, the early.
No, it's like Jar Jar Binks' origin story.
Oh, Jar Jar Begins.
I would watch the hell out of that.
Jar Jar Begins. Star Wars Origins.
Oh
Didn't read the
no.
last page.
Well, then go fix it. Go print out the rest of them.
We'll get to it.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead, tell her what you did. Tell them what you did about the forum post. So drop you their attention
well,
to
if
it.
you guys can't notice, we're changing things up a little bit. We're making it look a little prettier for you, and hopefully it will keep us from being spammed. And we've got a forum post out right now for people that can't actually watch us live, and especially since Ben's not here, it's going to be pretty beneficial given that he'll be able to go back in after the fact and answer some questions.
I love the open shirt, James, with the Gumby gold chains.
The Gumby Gold?
Why is it Gumby?
Yeah, I don't
I
understand.
don't know. Yeah, can you explain the Gumby part?
Yeah, I
thought
don't
it was
get
a
that
funny
part at all.
comment,
You guys are funny.
So I pulled some questions from that thread.
We did.
One of them is from Shards. He says, how is Rec doing as far as encouraging ship testing variety? Are most people just buying Hornets, Sledges, and Omskis? A lot of people are. But one of the interesting things about what we can do with Rec is by making things, flash sales or whatever. Like this thing is on sale this week, this weapon, this ship. It allows us to steer testing in a way, and I know it has been extremely beneficial for testing purposes. And as we always say, balance is continually ongoing. It's not a thing that we forget about. It's opened up a lot of avenues for different testing, new testing barometers. So it has been extremely beneficial, to answer your question.
Yeah. I feel like as long as there's balancing to do, there's always going to be a flavor of the week because there's always something that's not quite in balance yet.
Mm-hmm.
So
And the hard part is, so if something is if something's too weak, I don't think anyone's really going to use it.
no.
So-
Well, one way to find out their weapon's too weak is if nobody's spending rec on it.
Exactly.
Right? So there's information and there's holes in information also.
So then
And everything tells you
we
something.
make that thing, we give an incentive to use that thing, and that gives us better metrics on why exactly is it underpowered and how we can fix that. And the same goes for if something's overpowered. And then a question that someone else coming soon will be able to answer a lot better than me. Zitic says, When will the sword of the Avatar crossbow hit Star Marine, and when are the crossbows and function implemented? That will not be at launch.
You should reread the question so that they actually can hear what you said before you go into the answer.
I mean, if somebody else that's going to be a guest is going to answer that question better, maybe we hold on to that. We've got a whole hour. We've got to kind of hold the fort here. So.
Dang, Ryan got birthday cake. I want birthday cake.
Is it your birthday?
Excuse me,
No,
it's
it's
B-Day.
Pete Mackey's birthday.
Okay.
Shout out to Pete, Weatherman Pete.
DJ Pete.
Yeah, I just realized that the camera is on that autofocus crap.
You can't stop it now unless you want to stop the stream.
Well, that's why I scooted back so that we would all be even.
I gotcha. So I'll make sure that I kind of come up.
Yeah, you gotta screw it up some so that you all get blurry too.
Pretty much. We're working on it.
Hey, it looks better than it did last week.
Balancing. Are you guys starting a CIG Circus High Wire act? Well, stay tuned. Stay tuned.
We don't want to give everything away.
Yeah.
Well, you can at least tell them that we're gonna have a balance update in next week's Around the Verse.
There you go.
Ta-da! Exclusive.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yay! Look at me being on the ball.
Did you guys see Around the Verse today? What did you think of our Ed Wood inspired Star Trek sketch?
That's a good poll.
Yeah, that's what it was. Very Ed Wood. It was very Ed Woodian, kind of inspired take on Star Wars.
Hennessy was very excited about that.
That's
I
true.
do. You get to make movies.
It was pointed out that I betrayed the Federation once again.
Yes,
he knowingly.
That broke my mind.
Sometimes, that's just who you are, and you were destined to betray the Federation.
I'm a bad guy.
Toast was my favorite one in that entire skit. Because you played it perfectly, like you were so disinterested, which you probably actually were, so. It was a legit performance.
Let's see.
It's scary good. Do not spoil Around the Verse. Sorry, spoiler alerts.
What? I thought the whole point
Yeah,
was
yeah.
to kind of
I hate to break it to you guys, but that's kind of the whole thing. Is we come here to talk about that's why we do this after Around the Verse airs.
Right.
Oh.
How about this one, you guys? Oh, look, it's the sneak peek from this week. Spoilers.
Well, you don't have to rub it in now.
I mean,
Now they're not going to watch the show.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's funny. Okay.
Where's your snacks, Jen?
My snack today is Fruit Loops. They are almost out, but I wanted to finish eating them before the episode because that's why.
Still did it.
Well, they had to explain why I'm not going to be eating anything on camera.
Spacesuit hype.
About that? Because I'm always eating on camera.
No, that was like a thing a few weeks ago when I had like a lunch bag and I just kept pulling things out of it.
Mm-hmm. Bottomless lunch bag. I had one of those.
It was delicious.
The models, the faces don't look great right now, but they're being worked on. That's one of their key focuses over the next couple weeks.
Oh, you know what we should do one day? I got now these guys have given me an idea. I don't know if Around the Verse is the right one, but maybe one of our shows, a live, we view it together.
What?
Like one of the shows, like some, yes, I, not previously in a band, I perform as a solo artist. I saw my name on there. To answer your question, Swordfish
Hollywood
603.
Hennessy. Hollywood Hennessy.
Back to what I was saying, like a Around the Verse, like we do like a live, so we broadcast and live stream at the same time.
You should mute your Skype sounds. I guess they're saying they're getting Skype boops.
Skype boops. Well, that's not good. Sorry, friends.
Like we're like we do like a live, like we do a live chat while watching Around the Verse.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Like a commentary kind of track as it's airing, yeah.
Riff tracks, dude?
Like maybe.
Riff tracks!
Maybe. Oh, how about this? What if we did like commentary tracks for classic episodes? Like we go back to episode 1 and do a commentary track
God,
now.
I don't ever want to watch episode 1 again.
I would like that.
We did watch it recently, and I remember just thinking, oh my god.
Oh, sorry.
My hair was great. Skype boops.
I muted them. I'm pretty sure because I
We
offlined.
didn't even go into the Star Wars trailer.
No, we haven't gotten there yet. I'm still annoyed that the camera is autofocusing because.
Oh, it's all right.
I know it'll be okay, but yay! All right, so
1.1.2 does not have a current ETA we're announcing, but as you know, it is next.
Yeah, that's what Mystery Science Theater 3K ATV. That's what it would be like. Oh, that could be fun.
All right, so enough. Star Wars trailer.
Star Wars trailer.
All you need to
Awesome.
say is Chewbacca and
I cried.
Han. That's all you need.
I'm not gonna say that I didn't cry a little bit as it ended. I felt a little bit welled up.
You literally didn't. I watched it with you.
I know.
I did. I know. I was a little bit misty eyed.
I definitely got the chills. I felt them like all throughout my body when Harrison Ford walks into the frame, and you're just like,
Yeah, no,
that was pretty sweet.
I was waiting for that, and I was like, are they gonna give it to us?
Well, I mean,
Chewie, we're home.
my dog is named Chewbacca. We call her Chewie, so it's that deep like excitement of like, oh my god, new Chewbacca.
Oh, look who it is.
Hey!
Say hello to Forrest Steffen.
Oh, I think
Yes. And look at Forrest is here.
And
we're gonna be right back.
Damn.
somebody else up the stairs.
Camera
I
shot.
can't wait. By the way, I was so excited when I saw Travis was here, dude. You don't even know.
Spoiler alert.
He's been walking around with the biggest smile on his face for like the last 20 minutes.
My friend's
2
back,
hours.
man.
No.
I was stoked.
Well, we all love Trazos.
Who doesn't?
You guys.
What was it? Something?
Wait, where is it?
It's going too fast.
Trevor.
Manual. Harrison Ford gave me an Indiana Jones vibe. Felt he was a bit out of place. I think it was the jacket.
That was what you
It's the
commented
leather
on.
leather. I commented on that too. I thought that the jacket didn't feel Han Solo-ish. It had the Jones vibe, but I'll give him a little bit of time to see a little more. So we'll see what happens.
You.
What do you mean?
Trailer. What did you like about the trailer?
I would just explain the Chewbacca part is everything for me. I love Chewbacca.
Like, does no one care about the new characters because we don't know who they are?
No, I
Or-
do. I didn't
I
care.
don't want to be spoiled.
The first time when I saw the first trailer, I was like, who are these new characters? I don't care about these new characters. But bring them out on stage and kind of getting to meet, the different actors, and they talk a little bit more about their characters. I'm much, much more interested now now that I know that it's not just that Daisy Riddle's not just playing the daughter of Han Solo, like she is her own character and doing this thing, and I really feel like they are going to take this franchise and give us new characters that are interesting and bring us into a new era.
Are you talking about Star Trek?
Yeah. May the Force be with you.
Use the Force, Harry.
Also with you. I hate that.
You want to grab a chair?
Nope.
There's one over there.
Psych. Oh.
Yep.
It's funny.
Duct tape.
I have
This is
a-
how we roll at COGs.
I have a
Somebody last
question.
week.
I have
Somebody
a
last
question
week
for
said
you,
something.
Forrest. What have you been working on?
The FPS
Oh, what about the FPS? Also, you want to get
characters.
Yeah.
Well, we just had a question about the characters, so what's going on with them?
What am I allowed to say?
I don't know. Whatever you want.
Whatever I want.
To an extent.
So we're gonna have a couple classes of characters. We're gonna have a kind of a outlaw pirates versus kind of Marines type deal.
I think we've said that before.
Okay.
Making sure.
Making sure we're not doing something. And then basically there's kind of a light, medium, and heavy class
Mm-hmm.
that you can choose.
Nice.
Got 2 maps, which I'm not going to spoil, but one of them you've already seen.
Yeah.
Another one is new.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, have we shown the new map?
No.
That one's pretty cool.
By the way,
Yeah,
they love
a lot.
that. They love that. By the way,
What?
when they're like, "Hey, can we talk about this?" No.
We sort of are. At least they know that there are multiple maps.
Hello.
Hey!
Hey,
Come
Patrick.
join the fun.
what's up?
We're talking about characters.
Just hanging out.
Do you have anything to add to
Hanging out.
characters?
Somebody loves my voice
no,
too.
not really.
Thank you.
What are you working on?
Sure.
mapping a spaceship.
What's up?
Thank you very much.
UV mapping a spaceship so it can get painted.
Can you say which spaceship?
I don't know.
I'm bringing it over here, you guys, so that we can all hear.
Forrest.
Yeah, so there's
We're talking
okay.
about
So networking problems, concerns. The biggest thing is with our 0G stuff. There's a ton of new animation tech that's going into it. The way you could like push off stuff and all that. So that's probably the biggest programming challenge to tackle at this minute, which will be well worth it because you really want to be able to have fun when you're flying around and not just float, but you want to interact with the obstacles around you. So we're kind of concentrating on that. And the other one is Gold Horizon. That'll be one of the maps for sure.
Let's make some more noise there, Toast.
Oh, good for me.
Jenny, what food do you miss the most from Texas?
Wow.
We were just talking about breakfast tacos.
Right.
Yes. Okay. That's
Like you
my.
can't get a breakfast taco in California?
I swear to God, I'm starting that company. I am. I want to make a breakfast taco company in California. It's happening. It's gonna be amazing.
You're talking about Taco Bell sells breakfast tacos, don't they?
No, I'm talking like
Did you see the McDonald's fired back? They'll give you a free breakfast if you bring a Taco Bell receipt to them.
Whoa.
So I can go, wait. I can go to Taco Bell and get food, which is going to be delicious because it's
Or
Taco
just
Bell.
put your hand in the garbage can, grab it,
And then I can go get free food at McDonald's.
That's correct.
I feel like everybody wins. Like
Yeah.
I win twice.
No, and I'll be honest, I was super stoked for Taco Bell breakfast, but
What? No.
Oh.
No, it doesn't. Talking about breakfast is fine. Did you get the AM Crunch Wrap?
yes, I did.
Well,
That was the highlight.
Yeah, that's definitely the highlight. The other stuff's
The rest of it was
garbage.
kind of
It's
I
garbage.
didn't have it. I know there was a debate between Ben and Jared and Alexis today about before they went down to the Star Wars convention, whether or not where they were going to go for breakfast. And Alexis wanted to go to Taco Bell for Taco Bell breakfast, and then there was some debate about whether or not it was actually any good or not because they hadn't had it yet either. So opinions on Taco Bell breakfast.
And it always comes back to food, you guys. Always.
Where's
We haven't had lunch yet. So.
That's very true.
convention? Is it at the convention center?
Anaheim?
Anaheim.
Oh, Anaheim.
Not Anaheim Star Celebration. Yeah.
That's why they have a hotel room for a couple nights down there so that they don't have to commute.
So did you guys already talk about the Star Wars trailer?
A little bit.
a little.
ahead.
We'd certainly be. We've certainly.
You
would
can
love to
geek
hear
out.
your
It's
opinion.
okay.
See how they reverse the colors on the TIE
That's
fighter?
cool.
So it's
Very
white,
cool.
then black on the
No,
outside.
I like that. We were talking about
Or
that.
inside, yeah.
Yeah.
So cool looking.
Yeah, it looks
I also
cool.
noticed they added the two little red lights on it. That was kind of fun, and they didn't have lens flare, which was cool.
You know what? He did
No
really
lens
like.
flare.
I was very. I don't like what he did with the Star Trek franchise, so I was very skeptical when I heard that he got Star Wars. But after watching him on the live stream and then seeing both these trailers, I think that he treats this source material with much more reverence. I think than he maybe did Star Trek because he was very adamant about talking about wanting to use practical effects and wanting to give it that kind of universe feel that Lucas did with the first movie, and everything I've seen so far shows that. So I think that. He's not going to go all Abrams on it.
I think it's going to suck. No, shit.
You know what? It might.
No, it'll be cool. It'll be awesome.
I enjoyed the new Star Treks too.
Did you?
Well,
I like the first one. The first one was
We're on
awesome.
Star Trek now? Because I like the first one. The second one's kind of garbage.
I like the first.
Really? You like
Will there
like
be any
the
actual Star
stupid
Citizen
like?
discussion?
Oh yeah. Also, I'm Khan.
We're working on it.
We're working on it,
Yeah,
guys.
We're getting there.
Oh yeah, by the way, there's Elephant Guy.
Well, okay, dude. If you're saying it's better than Jupiter Ascending, yes.
Yeah.
James loved Jupiter
No,
Ascending. James said that Jupiter Ascending is better than Star Wars.
No, I did not say that at all. Jupiter Ascending was garbage.
He's
Poor
starting
guy.
a war. He's starting a war.
Did you see how they had
Oh
an
my
Aegis ship?
James said Jupiter Ascending is better than Star Wars.
Nothing is better than Star Wars.
That's what James said.
He's putting words in my mouth.
James, nothing is better than Star Wars.
A lot of things are better than Star Wars.
They wanted
Harry
E.T.
Potter.
and they had to play Star Trek.
Star Trek.
When it's ready.
No.
TBD.
There is
When
nothing
it's
better
done.
I
than
seriously
Star
don't
Wars.
care either one about either of
To
them.
be announced, yes.
To be
exactly.
announced.
Look how many friends we have today.
I know.
It's really fun.
See, when we talk about Star Citizen stuff, everyone stays away. We start talking about Star Wars, and everybody comes out of the thing.
It's a change of topic.
Yeah.
Star Citizen stuff all day.
Do you guys want to talk about what you're working on today?
Spaceships.
Spaceships.
Which ones?
Shiny ones.
So prequel versions. Then.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my god.
Do we want to?
So what did you do in Denver?
No, that you can
You can
share
talk
on
about
the.
it.
Yeah, no, I guess basically just acted as a facilitator. I was a producer, but in Denver.
How was it? I mean,
it was great. I mean, their studio is definitely a lot different than ours. It has a different atmosphere. It was kind of interesting.
Like they have carpet.
Yeah. It was actually, I think the most interesting thing about it was to see our organization from their perspective, if that makes any sense.
that's gotta be crazy.
Yeah, it gave me a lot of ideas on like ways that we can improve our communication and everything, because they definitely suffer from being left out of the loop a little bit on a lot of stuff, as I think happens anytime you have multiple studios, and it's even worse when there's a contractor involved. So, and I guess that goes back to the main point of my role there, was to close that loop and make it more direct. So,
Sweet.
just my job. It's just normal stuff.
Communication's always tricky between studios because I was thinking about the other day, we literally don't have a studio in the same time zone.
Yeah.
They're all in different time
That's the
zones.
problem. You want to talk to people who are going to sleep when you're getting ready for work.
Actually, and literally all of them are. Yeah. Huh.
And like the other day, it's funny because like I go home and we have a chat talking about resurfacing materials and stuff, and I'll get home and it'll be like 12 o'clock, and all of a sudden Allie, our lead graphics programmer, comes online, and it's like, okay, I gotta get back to work now.
Yeah.
And then I get into
worst,
work,
because you get
and
caught
like
late.
as I'm spooling up, it gets to be like around 11, 12, and he's offline, you know?
Yeah.
By the time he finishes talking, we've figured out the microphone.
It's fine.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, we just want to make sure that.
We want to make sure that everybody can hear you guys. And normally we just set it there.
Somebody says, was awesome meeting you in Denver, Travis. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. Citizen Cahales.
That was the one, I got a new photo, and the one picture that I saved, I got a picture of D-Roy
So
Jenkins.
Nice.
you can,
Oh,
we don't have to pick the mic
Chelsea
up.
passed those along.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's funny as hell.
He was a nice guy. He had a big dog with him, too.
Big what?
A dog.
Okay.
Yeah, don't pick the mic up.
Jeopardy.
I was like, dude. Come
It
on,
just
man.
looks like it's on like that lower half of
That was
the
good.
register
Yeah,
over
when
there.
I was out there. That was-
That's what the
Everyone's
Alphonic guy
like, we
said.
can hear him put the
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you talk?
They throw some shade in this week's ATV.
Oh,
They're
really?
like, yeah, having Travis out here was fun. Saw him way too drunk a couple times.
That was just one night. Just one night.
But they might have saw you multiple times.
Just
Yeah, yeah.
a couple times in one night.
Just one. Russ is their QA guy. Is a I don't know, multi-tour rack veteran. Got wrestling with him. That was fun.
Sick.
And did you win?
Questions?
I did get him on his back, but then my wrestling breaks down because that's where I would win.
Because you used to be a wrestler.
Yeah, and his jujitsu takes over where he can do all kinds of illegal shit. At least, but my determination should be illegal. But it's like, oh yeah, you think you have something? Well, guess what? You're scissor locked and I can break your spine. And it's like, well, that's not fair.
But you're kind of like Zangief, where you put him in the.
Zangief.
Do you like spin a circle with your arms out?
Exactly.
That's funny. What else?
We read both the chat.
Ugh! I'm still trying to figure out the.
How do you
Rip comedic reference.
We can change whatever we want. Testing.
Reverse the verses backwards.
See?
Yeah, I mean we're
Smart.
What other questions we got?
I can't read.
Tracker variant for Vanguard. Longer range would be useful, and a co-pilot will
Nice
make
job.
running the scanners easier. That's just an idea, not a question, I guess.
Well done.
I was just
Good
reading-
idea.
And the Vanguard looks so cool.
It does. It came out really well.
Elwin and Gurmuk killed it on that ship.
Mm.
It's
And it's the difference between the early concepts and the end, because the early concepts was kind of like, and then the end it was like, oh yeah.
Any
I'm so
update
excited
on
about it
character-
because it's our LA
Character creation.
ship.
I can answer that
First
one.
ship born and raised in LA.
What was
Any update on character creation? So currently, right now, we're working on the way that we're building our characters, and that ties in with the FPS and the social modular. And we're trying to make them more like the ships, where it's almost more like attachable items. So you can buy different clothing mechanisms and stuff, and it kind of just like snaps on. You have like your base mesh, then you can put on a shirt, and then maybe put on a jacket over that, or you can swap out your pants. So we're instead of making like just characters start to finish, you build base characters, then you build all of the pieces that would go in and off the character, whether it's an armor set or a helmet and stuff like that. So kind of like have a ship, you have your base ship, and then you have like your guns and your power plant and stuff like that. So there's a lot of effort right now going into the character creation. Not so much as the customization of the face, with like funky eyes and big cheeks, but more of the ability to swap out everything that goes on to your character. We're tackling that first.
I like that's where you win with character customization. As soon as everybody creates a character, they do they do weird eyes and big cheeks.
Yeah, but the other thing is like you spend all this time like creating your characters like facial features and whatnot, and then you just
You never see
immediately
them.
like
Yeah.
you just put on a helmet
And then you
and
put
then
on
it's
a
like,
helmet.
God.
Yeah.
That's what I always thought was funny in Skyrim when it's like, oh, you can take a billion years, but it's in like first person predominantly, so you're like, who cares?
There are options for long hairstyles. So right now we're again, because we're in such early stages, we're still building the necessary tech for the hairstyles, and we're in the R&D phase of how to do hair and how to swap out hair on different size heads. So there'll be, eventually there'll be lots of options for hairstyles, but currently it's more concentrating on the actual tech behind how to do the hairstyles.
They're asking what are some of the ships, last couple of ships you guys worked on that are already out.
I've pretty much, like, any ship that had its hard points sizes reduced. Yeah, that was me. What else? Some of the stuff for, like, when we got the Gladius up and running for 110.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I made a missile for that.
Yeah, for Gladiator.
Yeah, you made it.
Yeah.
Gladiator.
I think
Yeah,
I tried
that
to
just
remind
came
you
out.
what you worked on.
No, I don't even remember. It's all a blur. I just,
I
you know,
wasn't
someone
even
comes
here.
over, says, someone comes over and says we need something, and I'm like, okay.
Everybody's worried about the beards. Are
What
there
was your
going to be
official title?
beards?
Of course.
Look at this.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
Right.
We
I
saw.
would wear that proud.
Wait, there are people that
Oh, I've
there
got
are-
beards on both sides
There,
of me.
there are people that live that don't have beards.
Not here, dude.
They're
Yeah,
called
just
wait,
beard, beard.
they're called women. No, Toast is working on his beard. I noticed
You're
yesterday.
the only one without a beard.
No, you know what somebody without a beard is called? Ma'am.
Well, kind of. Just
Yeah.
People without beards have too much time on their hands.
There.
There you go.
I have a
wow,
beard
now
now.
you have the best beard.
No. It's like Gimli over here.
Steven's working on his beard. I saw a little scruff yesterday when we were over at J-Rock's eating lunch.
Let me get a zero-G surgeon simulator.
Oh, they want to know about the cover system.
What was the question? What was it?
The
What was
cover
the
system?
outcome on the cover system FPS?
The outcome is that we have a cover system.
And then you duck behind objects?
Yeah, you duck behind objects. There's like a variety of different objects, and what's nice about it is the system's dynamic, so it doesn't require tagging. Like normally, designers in like any game with cover a lot of games with cover will have to go through and actually tag every single object, every single zone about where you can go to cover and all that. And it's super intensive, and it's actually kind of similar to what you had to deal with on pathing for Diablo, yeah? Just going painting terrain, right? And painting objects.
There's an important question.
And,
Will the game have dynamic
You can get
beard
behind shit.
grow?
You
growth?
can
You
get
get
behind
behind
shit.
what? You get behind
Oh, I'm sorry.
You can get behind shit and you can pop over, and you can pop
Are
around.
we still talking about cover?
Yeah.
I've played every game ever.
The only question I have about cover is like the actual when you're playing it, does it feel more Gearsy where you run and you kind of have to press
And you
the button
snap
a
to
little
the
bit?
object?
Snap?
You push into it.
You just go into
Yeah,
it.
so like if you have a gun out and I like ran into you, My gun will come up like this, and visually the indicator is that if it goes vertical, if the gun goes vertical, you kind of know that you're in cover.
Okay.
At that point, if you right click, you want to go aim down sight, you'll lean out
Okay.
in whichever direction you can lean, or over if you're going over. It's actually kind of similar to the system that I was just playing Battlefield Hardline while I was out there.
Mhm.
It's very similar to that.
That's the same thing with, it's not a great game or anything, but the order kind of has that same functionality. Where you walk up to it and then it's not a button press, you just click onto something.
Yeah, you just put, exactly.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
just walk into it. Battlefield Hardline, for the record, is probably going to go down as one of the worst Battlefield games ever made.
Really? Wow. Damn, that's... Does it work though? Does it actually, can you play?
You know, it's a good
Shots fired.
first-person shooter, but it's just not a great Battlefield. So, okay, I could pilot an M1 Abrams tank, and I could fly an A-10 Warthog, and I had laser-guided bombs, and then in this one, I can go around in an armored personnel carrier for the SWAT team. Woo fucking who.
Dude!
Whoa! Where's the swear jar?
Sorry.
It's alright.
My bad. Welcome back.
What
You
kind of
guys are funny.
customization will players have for their spacesuits, different types of suits, different environments? Yeah, we're building suits for all the different types of environments that you would be in.
Didn't you have a pressing question that you tried to interrupt Travis with?
Yeah.
Yeah,
what
something
was
about-
that question that you wanted so
Beard,
badly?
Beard customization.
Was
Was
that
there no
literally
Diane?
what
Oh, there.
No, it was dynamic beard
Can you
growth.
take cover behind the beard?
Like, will your beard grow?
That's so funny.
Well, now it should.
I think that
Your
the
character gets older, like the longer you have your
Yeah.
character. Dude, that'd be epic.
I think that the
Get
beard growth
Tony's
should be
beard
natural.
back.
Everyone has a,
Someone call
a
Tony.
different.
Your ship wears
It's
and
your
body wears.
it's your own. They don't. It's not one beard fits all. I mean, it's
So we talked about maps. Can you talk about a little bit what will be in FPS at launch in terms of...
Are we allowed to talk
Game
about
modes.
map too?
Yeah, well, we kind of talked about
Dennis.
Sadaball, and so I think we can.
Dennis, my computer's broken. No, I'm joking.
Dennis, my computer's
It's another
in
beard.
Denver.
Another beard joins
Is it
the
really
clan.
still in Denver?
Yeah.
That's what I was going to talk to you about.
Yeah, it's being shipped here.
Oh.
So can you talk about modes?
Yeah, well, I think so.
Can we?
It seems legit, yeah.
Go ahead.
So we have
We have a-
Horizon, which people saw in PAX Australia, and they
Mhm.
saw, I think, a little bit of a video on the visual updates that have happened for PAX Boston. That's going to be 8v8, and Team Elimination, kind of a la Counter-Strike, just sans the bomb. Outlaws versus Marines. And then we have the Astro Arena, which is the kind of 3D battlesphere a la Ender's Game with the
How much you talking about?
All zero
Ted
G.
Cheatons or
Yeah.
whatever. That's all zero G, and it's meant as a kind of a test bed for zero G combat mechanics as well as zero G navigation. So everything that happens in there will apply to Arena Commander as well. So when you're outside of your ship, when you're a multi-crew, if you jump out of the ship and you fly over to another ship, that all kind of is in one same. And that is going to be a sport, a Sadaball, based around this ball.
You know, that's
that
like your,
you're-
team.
I was so proud of that, by the way,
Uh.
because like calling it Sadaball actually started out as like a Ben and me and Disco thing.
Uh-huh.
We were talking about like, oh, we want to make this a thing, blah blah, and then the writers were like, we just call it Sadaball. Why don't we just take Sadaball, whatever we were gonna think it is, and make it this?
And make
And
it
I was
this,
like-
yeah.
I was like, nailed it.
Yeah, and in Elphonic we call it Sarcastaball. But yeah, no, and that actually should be kind of, it's kind of like zero G 3-dimensional space rugby
Nice.
with the grapple hook and laser pistols.
Just made it awesome.
Yeah,
Just nailed it.
exactly.
Keeps going up on
Imagine
the
if
thing.
everybody in rugby had a grappling gun.
And that's why it's not out
a
yet.
gun.
We weren't gonna mention that.
You guys are funny.
Dennis, they're saying you fix everything.
There was
I
a,
know,
there was
ask these guys.
there was
He
a,
knows.
a clickable GIF there. I'm afraid to click on.
Do we want to click on it?
Let's click on it.
Let's click
Viruses.
Oh, man. Never click on that stuff. What's wrong with you guys?
Virus package. You have downloaded.
It's a Ron Swanson gift.
gift. How will you have computers to fix?
I have more than enough to do, thank you, and you well know it.
I think we should prove otherwise.
Will
Click
atmospheric
it.
flight have atmosphere physics? Like the moment racing has no atmosphere physics. You can completely stop in game without any thrusters moving. Are there plans to make it more realistic, like a jet fighter in atmosphere?
Yeah, and once we have in-atmosphere flight, yes. Being that there's no in-atmosphere flight currently because, you're in the ionosphere when you're in Gold Horizon.
What was the name
Or not
of the
Gold Horizon,
armor
but New
shown
Horizon.
in?
Vanderbilt.
The sneak peek.
Oh, that's the light marine.
You want to talk about it? Maybe.
I feel maybe it doesn't.
If it wants to load.
It's like
There it is.
What, picture in picture?
Damn, you guys have really made a lot of progress.
so. That's an example. So the older
You don't have to
characters.
use the character itself, but yes, you do. Hold on.
Yeah, so this was the sneak peek. If you guys haven't seen Around the Verse yet, this is the sneak peek. If anybody wants to talk about it.
So what's going on there is before the characters were made with very older kind of tech, where it was very texture oriented and with pre the physical based rendering system. So that's an example of actually just no textures and having basically solid color value surfaces to make sure that the character renders correctly in that render room. So we're just making sure that the light reflects on the surfaces correctly, and that's all that is, just a test.
And you want to reiterate that this is work in progress. Still.
That is a very much work in progress.
Did Dan do the materials for that? He was, I guess was saying it was like
Mhm.
surfacing artist.
Yep.
Explaining that.
So right now there is some things that are baked, and currently our new system is starting to work more and more like the ships, where we're taking all the taking out bakes and starting to use more like tile texture approaches and using kind of more real world modeling techniques to kind of make things look a little more accurate.
Here's a question: how much movement will he have with his head and neck? Just like a regular human, probably. I mean,
Yeah,
that
pretty
would make
close.
the most sense.
So
yeah,
the-
go ahead. Okay, I was going to say, so the way we're handling that actually is each helmet defined in the helmet XML defines the range of motion on that helmet. So on that bone, how much it can rotate right, left, up, and down. And then beyond that helmet constraint, there's also going to be a head constraint additionally on a per helmet basis, which means that normally, like if you have a helmet, and let's say since it's all attached to the neck, you can turn it 30 degrees. So you can go 30 degrees with the helmet shift, and then you can probably go another 10 degrees or so with just your neck inside of the helmet, and so you'll start to see the side of the helmet encroaching more on your vision as your head turns within the helmet rather than just the helmet itself. And then there's also an additional couple degrees because we model the eye movement as well.
Yeah.
So as your eyes track across, you can do that.
Do you see this face of someone geeking out over just that thought right now?
Oh, I thought you were yawning.
No, I'm
Oh.
geeking out. That's awesome. I mean, just the level of consideration. It's not just, oh, here's this one angle that you can turn it. You can do this, and then a little bit more. It's
Yep.
awesome.
Make it as functional as possible. So
Absolutely.
like building up plates so that they move, everything's interlocking instead of just one gooey textured looking dude,
And that is 100% Chris Roberts right there.
Absolutely.
He loves those little details.
And all the characters are still very much work in progress as far as even their concepts. So visually, they're going to go through multiple iterations before the final release, and they'll evolve over time, right?
It's
So
pretty cool.
even in the FPS release, there's still going to be pre-alpha characters, and they will only get better and better and better and better. And once we write new character tech, they're going to be fantastic.
Yeah, I was really bummed recently that we started. Did we start calling Star Citizen Alpha or Arena Commander Star Citizen Alpha?
Starts with, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that. So Alpha really means feature complete, and we were nowhere near feature complete. So that bugs me.
Yeah,
but, oh, well.
we're actually pre-alpha.
Yeah.
by the
definitely.
definition.
By the definition, yeah.
The note from the chairman.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I knew that was all you.
Yeah,
so.
I was like,
It was. That was James made the
For
decision.
right
He
now,
was
that's
like,
going to be the
Sorry.
that's the light marine,
Okay.
and then there'll be a medium and a heavy version.
That's funny.
Any news on the Constellation redesign? Yeah, it looks sick. It looks so good.
Oh, hey, I want to answer Harlot's question. It says, does the eye shrink and grow, the iris shrink and grow depending on light intensity? If not, then fill. The iris does not, but the effective HDR will be the same, so sort of. You'll get that effect, but the iris won't move.
so take that. Fail.
Yeah. And then he corrected to say iris
The
equals
neck
pupil.
movement work in the FPS the same way in the cockpit.
What's up?
Will the neck movement in FPS work the same way as the cockpit?
The cockpit will work the same way as the FPS.
Will you be able to change the looks of your character in-game outside of clothing? That is probably going to be a later design question, but the way that they design tends to make things fairly realistic, I'd imagine once you pick your face, I don't know what kind of facial records.
Yeah,
construction
I think
do.
you can pay for it, I think.
Oh, yeah?
I've read some early designs on the idea that you can, just like you can in real life, pay to get your face changed.
Okay.
Like Bruce Jenner style.
Man, this guy keeps asking Travis, any news on the Banu Merchantman? Nope. Okay.
That's why actually I had a discussion. There's a huge mega thread about the caterpillar, which I didn't realize. Until some guys that I met with a fan meetup in Denver brought it up to me, and they were all very upset about where's my caterpillar. Just to give you guys an idea, like the things that have limited us from building some of these larger ships is they take sorry, try not to swear.
Thank you.
Yeah, they take a large amount of work from multiple modelers and animators and tech designers and all that. The other piece is we're still building a lot of the engineering technology, being the local physics grid, the instancing system, and the zone system to support them. And so we've been focusing on, as you know, in Marine Commander, you have all the smaller fighters because we can do those with the current technology. Our big push for the multi-crew release is going to be the Constellation, the Freelancer, and the Cutlass. And those kind of call them the sub-capital multi-crew or the smaller multi-crew. And get the technology proven out in those smaller, much more confined areas, and then move them on to bigger ships. So the Vanu Merchantman is probably going to be quite a while, judging with how impatient you may or may not be because you're asking that now. So it'll be a little while longer. So I would say if you're really keen to see the Vanu Merchantman, check back in a while.
Soonish.
Soonish.
This close.
Good answer.
Yeah. Sure.
I think there's a question, are the FPS levels built similar to the ships? One of the things you'll see, especially in the new Constellation remodel, is all of the ships are being built in much more modular systems that kind of fits. So you'll see, one thing that we learned is with the bigger ships, you really need to make sure that when you're running around inside of the ship, it does feel like a level because it is a level.
Mm-hmm.
So we are building them the same way, absolutely.
One of my favorite pictures from back in the day is when Chris Smith was doing the Hornet remodel. Calyx went through and took a bunch of pictures of like weird pieces of the cockpit super up close.
Mm-hmm.
So he like took a picture down just looking at the rudder pedals, and then you couldn't tell what they were. And he was like, "Hey, doesn't this look like an old Counter-Strike level?" And it's dealt with the detail, and you're like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Those are the pedals."
Someone asked earlier, and I've seen it a couple times, about the female character model.
The female model?
Mm-hmm.
Currently, we're in the process of doing scans
I was
for the
scanned,
bodies,
yeah.
and then they go in and then they get retopoed and stuff. So currently, the female character is in the ball's rolling and it's in process.
Sweet. Sick. Excited to see that.
Oh, you bringing that back?
Yeah.
Sweet.
I forgot about it until right now. What was going on?
People are getting mad.
What about?
Some people ask the same question over and over and over and over again, and then other people get mad that they ask the same question over and over and over again, and so then they argue.
So for the people that are asking questions over and over and over again, put them in the forum. That's what it's there for. If we don't answer it, there might be a reason why we're not answering it. Maybe maybe we just don't see it. Who knows? But just stick it in the forum and don't spam us, or else you're gonna get angry people.
Hello.
Why are we ignoring you?
I'm not late, am I?
You're
not late.
Okay.
You're never
Look who's
late.
here!
Here, why don't you can have a front row seat if you'd like.
Oh, gentlemen.
Obviously.
Alright.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sherry.
I
Sherry.
can been sitting there
Nice
for
to meet you,
like an
Travis.
hour.
Hi, Travis. I
Cheers.
sat at your desk.
Oh yeah, that's okay. To answer a question earlier from Manuel or however he's pronouncing his name, yes, there will be a ship larger than the Bengal.
Dun, dun.
What?
Dun dun dun. All right. Well.
What are we ignoring about the Avenger? Is there people?
Someone
pissed
asked,
about
why
the-
are we ignoring the Avenger?
What are we ignoring about it?
That was
I don't know.
That was the context of the
That's so
question.
vague.
That was the extent of said question.
Great question, Twitch chat. Thanks for that.
Wait for the chat to go. Everybody go. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh! Look who it is.
It's happening.
Right now, how are those Nebula gas cloud FX coming along? So
Hi,
we're
everybody.
building our graphics engineering team, and that is one of the things that we are.
That's actually high on their list. Yeah.
That's high on the list because it will be in the Squadron 42 release. So that's some tech that we need to get done. And right now we're kind of splitting the graphics engineering team into R&D stuff, which is kind of the space clouds, and then absolute necessary tech like the character tech, and then obviously like bug fixing. So it kind of gets put in 3 roads, but that's also being worked on as well.
So a lot of the questions from the forum posts were about how are we balancing controls, different types of control inputs that we have currently. And now with FPS coming out, what is the thought process on how we want all that to fit in?
With the FPS, you should play with a mouse and keyboard.
In general?
Yeah, like an adult.
I completely agree.
No,
So,
I mean,
there you go, just burned a lot of people.
No. I mean, the truth is, right, like,
That was most of the questions in that thread.
yeah, the gamepad, honestly, is, the gamepad, mouse, and keyboard are the two primary. I don't think we've given any thought to a joystick mode of operation for the FPS.
Is it there though? Come on, because I want to try it.
You know, it'd be relatively easy to bind it. So yeah, we will have key bindings. So I mean, that's the other piece is it'll be up to you, right? So I mean, as we get better and better, and we have the options menu with full key binding, you can bind them however you want. So you can set it up however you want.
I think
I saw
Zero G.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's what I'm saying.
I saw the question about the
Unlucky
Avengers
dude.
was what's the variants and when are the variants showing up. So I can give you the story if you want.
they do.
Yeah, okay, so the Avenger originally for 1.0 was going to be done, it bounced back and forth between LA and the UK. Nathan Dearsley did the original Avenger, did it beautifully. He's kind of called one of our principal ship artists, right? Is that the right term?
Yeah.
Okay. So he demonstrated a lot of the techniques that we want to use on that ship. Then we came up with the idea of needing to change it to make it fit the metrics, and we wanted to make it modular, so it would fit in with the new modular ships.
Big hit.
So we're going to redo the original, and then we were going to do all the variants for it. In the meantime, we got super busy with a bunch of ships for 1.0, finished those out, then we got busy on all the new ships that we had for this year. And then Nathan got pulled back to go help on all the Squadron 42 specific ships, and some of these ships that are as large as levels, as Forrest said. So basically it's just gotten put on the back burner until the resources free up to work on it. So we have the base Avenger out now. I think what will probably happen is we'll do the remodel of the base Avenger to coincide with it getting updated to the new damage system. And then at that same time, we'll probably have the concepts done for the variants and probably put them all out together. That would seem like the intelligent thing. I'm just kind of making this up right now. But it's not going to be...
Dude, you should just keep going.
Yeah. It's not going to be in the near term. It's actually probably going to be a little while because now the focus for the ship team is looking towards working on all the multi-crew ships and making sure those work properly, as well as the other new ships we have in the pipe. So I hope that at least gives some context to why it's been so delayed.
I'm just
And there you go.
how many people are in the frame right now.
Yeah, there's so many
I'm
of
very
us.
amused. All right.
Wow.
Did you see how many people had? Did you see they had posted your master thesis?
Yeah, I did. And by the way, it's a master's paper. It's not a thesis. Big difference. Big difference, guys.
His thesis is for doctorates, right?
That's right. Thesis is for doctorates.
You want to talk about what you've been working on this week?
This week I've been going through Confluence with a fine-tooth comb. I deleted how many spaces did I delete today? About 5, 6 maybe. It felt good.
Yeah, you seem like you're getting a lot of enjoyment out of that.
Oh yeah, it felt good. It's really, really nice to clean out the cruft.
Glad someone's doing it.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Clean up my mess that I've made over the
I
past 10 years.
haven't even begun to tackle your mess for us.
I was archiving, so you can only imagine.
Wait, you were the one who was doing it?
Well, and dude,
Oh,
for those who don't know, Confluence is a constant problem.
Waiting for me.
He's waiting for him.
You got food?
Wait, what?
So I said, I told you. Oh, I didn't know he was.
I heard him walk over and say, your food's here. He's like, okay, and then you just didn't move.
Well, I
I
guess
thought
it's
the
getting
food
through
is
Adam.
alive.
Yeah,
Right.
Vincent.
Oh, hey.
Say hello to Adam, everybody.
This is Adam.
That's how you clear a room.
He's a writer.
Everyone.
He was actually at the YouTube shoot that we did on Friday too. It was very helpful.
A lot of fun.
Yes.
A lot of fun.
John Empire reports.
Yeah.
Those should be coming up soon.
Circus
3 weeks?
Sludowski.
Something like that.
3 weeks.
Yeah. Fun times. Fun. What else is going on?
You're awesome. We're
Okay,
not awesome.
so if anybody is wondering where Ben and Alexis and Lando are, I know we mentioned this earlier, but they're at the Star Wars celebration, and this was the picture that
Ben's smile kills me, dude.
he looks so excited.
Ben's smile. It looks like he's never been this excited his entire life.
It's like
Actually, with
it's
the
sleep
hair-
deprivation too.
With the hair, it really looks like you ever have a beagle look at you?
Framed by the ears.
Yeah, exactly.
I like how someone's not here and Travis is like, all right, it's time to talk shit.
I think beagles are adorable.
As far as narrated portions like Mass Effect, we haven't really discussed that yet. I mean, that's still in the realm of possibility for the Galactopedia, but that's just not something we've talked about quite yet.
Will Ben adopt disco?
He already has. He already kind of has.
That's funny.
Saying they want 10 for Dennis. I'd
That'd
watch
be
that.
fun. I would watch that. Just as
Built
long.
a computer.
Just be him like hitting stuff with a wrench.
Yeah.
That's how you fix things, right?
You guys are funny.
They're saying thank you for the updates on the Avenger, Travis. What can we say about the whole series?
It's in progress. The concepts are looking good. You'll probably be seeing it soon, TM, but
Sooner than soonish.
TM.
sooner than the Avenger variants, but later than the next Arena Commander patch.
So they'll be seeing it before Star Wars comes out.
Yes.
Okay,
Definitely.
All right, well that's good.
good. That should be our.
So
That should be.
like a benchmark for
That should be
everything?
our
Like,
default.
Like
Well,
before
hold
Star
on.
Wars,
Will
Star
it
Wars
come out
Episode
before-
7.
Yeah.
If you just leave it at Star Wars, that's too blanket. It's like, you know
Okay.
what I mean?
Right.
Star
And
Wars.
then-
Sorry, it's
What's that?
before episode
SW7?
7,
Yeah.
after episode 7. That's how we're gonna
Yes, pre 7, post 7. Got you.
B7.
Yes, the changes to the
B7.
cut list are going to be internal and external both.
Repeat the
You,
question.
you guys can seriously stop the Katamari thread on the cut list. It's going to be changed, but it's just it's the same. It's actually in the same boat as the Avenger right now. 100% the same boat.
Giggle, giggle.
Do you want to update how much of Squadron 42 is will be released at the initial launch?
The S and the Q.
Got you.
Not the 4 or the 2.
No, that's later.
No, well, I guess it will be a full-length single-player campaign.
God, this kind of Mario will never die.
With a story from start to finish, so that's how much will be released. Does that make sense?
That actually brings up.
Has there been like drama about this?
Yeah, you actually brought up a good point. So, like, whatever we release at the initial part, will that be a self-contained story,
Yes.
or will it be a piece of a story?
No, it'll be a self-contained
Okay,
story.
cool.
Yeah.
So you will get
And
a
then
beginning,
basically
middle, and end.
your actions, wingmen, similar to Mass Effect, but you know.
Tread carefully.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's James's favorite game.
Second favorite.
He's going.
So yeah, similar to Mass Effect, like the choices that you make in each chapter will roll over.
Glad I could be here.
Well, that's actually that answered one of my questions.
Yeah.
And I told them a while ago how you had spoiled that game for me, by the way.
What, Mass Effect?
No.
No.
Squadron 42.
Yeah.
Oh, how?
You told me the end.
Oh, yeah.
Don't, I mean, obviously don't, but I was super pissed.
That's right, I did.
Yeah. And it was like we were just outside hanging out, and he was like, so get this. And then he goes into it, and I'm like, what's that for? And he's
you were
like,
gonna find
Squadron
out
42?
anyways.
And I was like, what?
Yeah.
If you played the other 41 squadrons, you should have.
You had that one sharp, dude. You were preparing that one. I
I
like
was up
it.
late last night.
You should have seen the look on his face when he got to say it, too. He's like,
He's
saving
been
that one for
waiting.
weeks, man.
He's been
Yeah.
waiting.
he's been silent, just sitting over there, just sharpening it.
What's the SH?
What's up?
It says compare the texture quality of an SH and a Gladiator up close. SH is just
Super
41.
Hornet?
Oh.
Nailed it.
Well done.
You win. You know what? You get a medal for that.
And it was funny because I was just complaining about the acronyms because VD is something completely different for me
Yeah.
than
Wait.
Voyager Direct.
What does it mean for you?
I think it means.
Well, because she said, what are we going to do about VD? And I was like, what? I was like,
That's an
what?
out of office
You know,
conversation.
You earned a medal.
I got a medal, you guys. It's like high time that I earned a medal
Is
for
it an
this.
Operation Pitchfork medal?
Yes, it
It's
is.
the
It's Voyager Direct, by the way. That's
It's
good.
it's the only medal that we earn around. You know, somebody does something good. Here's a medal.
Here, you get a medal.
Any news on when the
Squadron
Herald will be
41.
in AC?
Ben wore a medal to lunch
Yeah,
yesterday. It was
actually,
pretty
that
nice.
will be
So
probably
yeah, I earned it in the space force.
pre-multi-crew.
Oh, Herald will be pre-multi-crew.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Sherry, they want you to share some SE lore details they don't know.
What don't you know? That's the
I
question.
think it was a trap. They're like, just talk.
It's our trap.
I don't know about that. I'm not sure what I can say without breaking confidence.
Somebody wants to give you a high five, James.
James, high five! High
Well,
five the camera!
today would be a good day for that.
Say nothing.
What is? Yeah, dude.
Woo!
High five.
High five.
Luckily for me, I have other writers helping me write the Galactopedia. I'm mainly doing the structure.
Nice. Sick. Seriously, Voyager Direct is the most unfortunate name well ever.
Well, I mean, for most people, it's something else, but it's also Vampire Diaries for me. But that's See?
I know about vampires.
I was thinking
Like it's
something
some
completely
secret no one else
different.
knows.
We're
Like,
going,
yeah,
Oh, I know
we're
about
going the
Vampire
PG
Diaries.
route. We're going the PG
I mean,
route.
I'm aware of the Vampire Diaries.
So my brain went to the medical.
No, of course.
Okay,
Yeah, of
all
course.
right. I'm
What's
just
up
like,
with
I'm
you?
like, what? I thought I'm like, I'm the only one that
Yeah, no. We were all there. I'm glad you said Vampire Diaries though. That
Oh, of course. Well, it's
Because
actually TVD, but you know.
We can talk Vampire Diaries.
Who cares
off-
about
off-
definite articles?
Vampire Diaries is like is way better of a show than it deserves to
If you
be.
watch it, I have a couple.
I have no problem admitting
Vampire
that.
Diaries? I've never watched.
Shut up, Travis.
I think I've
Read the
read
fan
book.
fiction.
Yes, okay, it was the fan fiction.
Just write
Caught me.
Vampire Diaries.
Vampires
fan
would
fiction.
die in
No, no.
space. Too much solar
Find it on the
exposure.
internet, people.
So actually, something that's funny is a long time ago, we had a fan submission for a novel about Star Citizen, and it was detailing the first contact between the humans and the Vandal, which I thought was kind of a fun concept.
That
First
is.
contact's always interesting. The twist was that the humans were vampires.
I like it.
And it was like, dude, cool premise, but
Why?
there's no vampires in
Why?
our universe, so
Was it just all humans were vampires, or just these particular
these
humans?
particular humans were vampires.
I'm gonna take this complicated thing, like first contact.
Yeah, and then
Also, I'm gonna add
vampirism.
vampires to it.
Yeah, it was a skateboard, you guys. That's why I made that face.
Yeah, Bart just flew by.
We're right on the 3rd Street Promenade, so this is like a general walkway, and you get
That is super interesting. 'Cause
characters.
You look
Someone
at
did a sick kickflip outside.
if you look at our lore, our history with first contact is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As bad as Star Trek First Contact.
sure.
It's a pretty bad movie.
Yeah,
It's probably the best of those set of movies, but
Every first contact we make, we end up shooting at them. The
No, this is
bathroom,
one of my
the Jean.
At the point that they let you play an alien race, they meaning us. At the point that we allow you to
Still
play an alien
fighting
race.
the machine, right?
Yeah, exactly. Fighting the man. No, but I'm actually most interested in playing as Tafaran. 'Cause
Right?
They're super cool. Just the idea that
was-
we basically nuke these guys
Yeah,
from orbit.
I was
destroy
so
them,
excited
destroy
when
their
you
entire
said that
civilization.
Tavaran was your favorite, because that's like my favorite too. Because it's like they're the most interesting. They're like
Yeah.
this downtrodden race that we just like
We're like,
assimilated
no, we're-
into our society.
Yeah.
We're like,
we're
yeah,
here
we
to
took
beat you and take
yeah,
your home world.
we took your home world. We killed most of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was basically Native American.
Yeah. Be racist.
sad day.
What is Toast? Is Toast? Toast, I want to know what you're working on.
confidential.
We've talked about everything else.
Trademark applications.
There you go.
Nice.
Thrilling.
Aren't you glad?
What are you guys doing this weekend? Anything fun?
I'm gonna go test drive a bunch of cars.
Are you?
Nice.
What are you thinking about?
Between an Audi A6 and a BMW M3 or 335i.
Nice.
M3 is so
All
boring.
right. Fun weekend.
I'm looking for a new car, but not that. So, so I want your feedback on which ones you like the best and might not.
Yeah,
Carry
well,
over
no,
to
Beer.
I will tell you this: the Nissan Navara, if you're into the market for pickup trucks sold in Central America, was a big hit with me in Costa Rica.
That was a long like walk for a humble brag.
I was just in Costa
But still,
Rica.
I can
By the
okay.
Put a
way.
sign or something, but
That's funny.
Well, dude, I love like little sports cars. And I
Yeah.
always try to rent them when I go on vacation. And in this case, I got a twin turbo V8 diesel pickup truck with 4x4. I drove across 8 rivers. Like this thing was a beast.
like through the river.
And it was a rental, so I just
Whatever.
abused the shit out of
Let's-
it. The shoot out of it. The shoot.
So we going to the pier for Taco Bell for lunch today?
Nobody's mentioned it.
Taco Bell?
Taco Bell at the pier?
Have you not had lunch yet?
Wait, there's
No.
Taco Bell at the pier?
Yes, he
Yeah,
like
there's
blew
a
our
Taco Bell
minds
on
when he
the
told
pier.
us this.
Whoa.
Oh.
We should all go to Taco
That's a
Bell.
long walk for Taco Bell.
You know,
It's definitely it's worth it,
It
especially
might
like
because
be
three
like a long walk
blocks.
for Burger King.
It's like 3
It's not
blocks.
a long walk for Taco Bell.
I would not walk that far for Burger King.
Right, but
I would walk that far for
Bell.
Taco Bell.
Yeah, that's
There's
what
a
I'm
taco
saying.
truck.
Travis, where's Chelsea?
Walk for Taco Bell?
You gonna throw shade at her too?
No, she's at home, hopefully cleaning the house.
I don't get it.
Oh, I didn't mean that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want to take back my high fives from you, sir.
I didn't mean it that way. It's just the house is in desperate need of cleaning, and I was doing it.
And we can only eat the same
I wish she was in the
outside
chat.
the door, somebody.
been a
Do we
while.
want to let
That
him
guy
on
in the
it?
background. Hey.
Oh, it's 2.
Yeah.
No,
Come here.
we did
That's
it.
Daniel. He's here earlier. So
Yeah.
saying goodbye.
We've reached the end.
Oh no.
Thank you for joining us. Thank Genvar for the updated format.
Yay.
Thank Travis for coming back. I missed you.
Yay.
Thank everyone else for taking their time to come down.
Yay.
There you go.
For the team, we'll see you
Haven't
guys
done
next
it.
week.
Just give like a
How do I
freeze frame.
How do I
like,
get out of this? This
Click
one?
that, yeah.
The same one?
Yep. Bye.
Bye, guys!